stay away of any overhead camera wires.
You have been talking a lot about camera wires.
What the hell is camera wires?
Oh, haven't you heard about the Wiregate? Oh yeah, that's how Norway lost the World Cup. The ball hit a wire, changed trajectory, and no one else saw it but the Norwegians. None of the sensors in the ball picked it up, or the said camera did not have any shaking footage or whatnot. But the ball hit the wire and the direction, and it turned out then a goal was annulled, and Britain scored a goal and they won. All due to that camera wire. So yeah, we're sticking to it.
So that's it. That's why.
Yeah. So
Is that the official Norwegian position? It's the wires what done it.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you lose, you need something to blame to take the
Yes, of course.
focus away from yourself. So that's what we collectively have gone for. I'm not happy for it, but as I said in the previous episode, we are now at the level where we're not full of ourselves, which we would have been.
Well, you usually
incrementally,
are.
yes. Usually we are
more than usual.
We don't need more. So
no, you definitely don't. It's this week, and the one where the one. I mean, we're in a half pint now, so the one that just was when all of this football shenanigans is over with, isn't it?
Not sure.
Pass.
Yeah.
I mean, I did not care before, and now we're not even in the race anymore, so I care even less.
Yeah. It's going to be nice when it's over.
I am kind of annoyed that you lost. For a local reason, it would have really upset my downstairs neighbour, and that would have pleased me immeasurably.
No more reason is needed. Pittiness is the best reason.
The very, very petty reason, and just a greater reason of just, then everybody else would just shut up about it and get on with their day.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, here we are. We're playing again against someone in the week. I don't know who or when. And like you, I don't really care.
What? I thought about this. I mean, if I were to compete against a professional athlete in any sport, I would lose every time, and that would be okay. But if you have two football teams at that level playing each other, they would win, and then next time they would probably lose a couple of times, and then they would win a couple of times. They are at the level that, yes, one team won this game, but if we played the same game again tomorrow, they would probably lose. And then what's the point with the World Cup? Because all the teams there could theoretically have won, at least the last ones that get to the final, because it's the one who pour the most money in it, have the most people to choose from. And I mean, it's just random who wins, isn't it? And then what's the point?
I reckon they should just dispense with all this whole nonsense and just do, is it 32 teams?
A raffle? Or like a marble run? Or
I was just going to go coin toss.
Ducks in a river. I always like that one. Write your number on a duck and throw it in a river.
Yep, that's also good.
Yeah.
I mean, the players have numbers already. Throw them in the river.
Whoever floats first wins.
The one who floats the longest wins.
That would have been so cool. Welcome to the final. Now, you are, in all matters that counts, equally good in football. So this final will be
decided in a new way.
or some obscure sport. Yeah.
Yep, we are. We're combining the beautiful game of football and the ancient method of bringing back the ducking stool. If you float, you lose. If you sink, you win, but you're dead.
I mean, if any of our listeners haven't seen this, there is a Norwegian. I think it was a TV program, and all the participants are Norwegian comedians, and they do a lot of different things. And at one point, they had a football match where they divided everyone into two teams because football, and then they were all given laxatives, and they have to wait for 20 minutes, and then they started playing. And of course, on the home part of each team, they had like a screening wall or whatever it's called, a changing wall, or where you can like hide behind with some porta potties. And then they played, and people like, "Ooh!" and they had to run off and go to the privy, and then they came running back, and that was a marvelous football game. So I can enjoy a good football match, but I mean the entertainment value, there are rooms of improvement. I can say that. So that's a match worth watching.
And I should probably also say, in the interest of balance, for any of our listeners who are into the World Cup, who are into the beautiful game, I'm sorry, it's not your fault. It's your conditioning that's done this. It's
Yeah.
just a game. There, I said it.
Oh no,
Oh yeah, let the hate mail begin.
that's the three worst words you can put together, isn't it? Just a game. That ooh, people are frowning.
Life's just a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old laxatives.
Sometimes.
So welcome to the Haavard. It's off to a shitty start, but
Sounds like it.
yes, I have realized something. I've known it a long time. When I watch my last video, I say "but" a lot of times. So it would be
You like
fun
butts.
yes. So in my next video, I'm going to put in a butt counter. So every time I say "but," it's like going to show a small picture of a stylized peach or something, and like butt count. And then, but then I realized, could I? And I'm not sure how I can incorporate it in a video, but behind the bingo. So could I have a behind the mistakes bingo card going so that when people are watching the video, like how many times do I say "but"? Because I can't say assemble either. I always say mount and make it sounds overly sexual, whatever I'm doing. And then I always have a plan. I have a lot of plans. I say plan at least 10 times in any video. So there are some words there that, yeah, at least I need a counter going in one of my videos. But yeah, having like a bingo card, that would be cool.
Sound like you need to analyze all of your videos to see and you have a word cloud of what you're actually saying.
That's something else you could use your local AI for.
Yeah. Watch my entire backlog and count all the words.
And leave some nice comments and like and subscribe and share.
You know, I found. I remember, KJ, you had this in your show notes a couple of episodes ago, but we never talked about it. But I went and did this because when I'm in my car, at least when I'm on my own, I talk to myself if I have ideas or I want to test out sentences for a script or whatnot. So I got myself a voice recorder because I always wanted that. So it's just one button to press, and then you speak into it, and you press it again, and it stops recording, and it's cataloged, and you don't have to faff around with your phone while you're driving. perfect. Here's the issue. It lives in my car, and it is tedious to bring it inside because then I forget it next time I want it in my car. And of course, you have to hook it up to a USB cable and I have to download all those Word files, and then they're just numbered date, time. And which one was the one where I spoke about bingo cards? And where's the one where I just remember to buy milk? So you have to download everyone. Now, I did find an online site that for free do a decent uh, audio or speech to text, but they just had three free tries a week or something. So I had to take all my audio files into Audacity to make them into one long file that I could up. And then it starts to become tedious again. But when can you get a voice recorder but also transcribes for you, so you get the text files, because then they are searchable, and then it's very easy to index how many times do I say but, mount, and plan. And no, I don't want. You could probably get it on an app on your phone and it's AI, but I don't want AI, and I don't want to use my phone while driving. So
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously, you shouldn't use your phone whilst driving because you shouldn't. But I mean, I don't know. It might be better on Android or worse on Android. I'm not sure. But could you not just open a Notes app and then tap the dictate button?
I tried that, but I need to stop my car because that button is small and it is limited. Because the dictate button, at least on my Android, it's a service provided by Android, which is basically Google. So there is a limit. You can't just open a text and and then talk for hours. Not that I talk for hours into my dictaphone, but
You could.
easily 40 minutes here and 40 minutes there. So
I don't know. Maybe the listener might have an idea. I could send it into the usual address on a postcard.
yeah, good. Oh, we need a postal address for the podcast. If people, that's why people haven't been sending us stuff to plug or talk about or just gifts and bribes. We don't have an address. All right, we'll look into that. So if you have a backlog of stuff to send it to, I mean, you can get one of our addresses as a mediary solution.
I noticed this after I published the last video. I just had this slew of random requests from random people. I think it's ridiculous. So I've just put a video out about spray paint. Hey, do you want to try our airless sprayer? Battery not included. No. Or hey, you've just done this. Would a rotary tool make your life easier? No. Go away. It even says on my bio on proudly unsponsored.
But do you think anyone reads that?
No.
Until someone pays enough. That's the
Well,
end
it also has a
parentheses.
little asterisk which says never say never.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a rotary tool might be it.
Yeah, if it was like a larger rotary tool, like perhaps like a saw, like a circular saw that runs on my Milwaukee battery platform.
I mean, we all have a line, and we know where Phil's is. It's the line along the track of a track saw.
Yeah, it's a good line.
Yep. No, I don't know. It's just I've only ever done one sponsored video before, and it just felt so entirely wrong. I didn't like it,
I
so I'm not doing it again.
it's a term I did not know about until yesterday, but I'm following a channel that's called F9. They are basically reviewing motorcycles or motorcycle paraphernalia or whatnot, and also now a bit of boats. But the main character of that show, he has studied physics, and he's really good at like getting innuendos in, but also factual. He can break anything down and make it very factual. So it's a brilliant show. You don't need to be into motorcycles at all. And in their last video, they were going to talk about the motorcycle, and they apologized that the video came a bit late because they hadn't got their hands on that motorcycle yet, because the channel is marked as brand unsafe.
Oh dear.
Because all these channels doing reviews and whatnot, they get the first models to review or whatnot, but this channel is marked as brand unsafe by the very companies that they review, because they don't know when they release any item for review. They will not tread lightly if they don't like what they get. So yeah, the brands like, we don't want to send them anything, so they have to wait until they can actually buy it to review it, which I kind of like. So maybe I'll put that in my description: brand unsafe.
Well, I think that you get a more honest review that way, surely, because someone's actually paid for this with money rather than just being given for it. And I know they say, "Oh, we have a full creative license; we can say what we like." But can they? Do they?
But I don't like it because I got paid a lot and I want to be paid more.
And I want to be paid again with some other product.
Yeah. They did not pay me for this, so I'm going to give an honest review, but I get to keep this $10,000 CO2 laser that they happened to send me. So yes, you did not get paid, but
yeah,
that's not a trinket sitting on the table behind you there. So
yeah, they didn't pay you, but they also paid you, didn't they?
Yeah. It would be fun to know where my line goes, because no one has ever offered anything. I know what I wouldn't do, and I know what I would do. So it would be fun. But yeah, that's all speculation.
That information resides with the police and the Inland Revenue.
Either separately or most likely combined. Yes.
KJ's wills and won'ts.
Well, don't jack my jump. I read or I got an email from Netflix that they are starting testing short clips a la TikTok or Instagram and Reels and that sort of thing in the beginning of August. But only for the US, Canada, Australia, and Great Britain, the first step.
Yay.
So, yeah, it's...
Yep, there we go. It's just the homogenization of every single service.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're going to take on content creators as well, or what kind of shortish media it's... I don't know what they're up to.
I'm so glad I don't really watch telly. We pay for Netflix, but I never watch it.
Well, I pay for Netflix, and of course, my wife has Disney Plus, and they have now. Listen to this: they have you can pay to get the streaming service, the crappy standard ones, or you could pay a little bit less, and they show you ads. And I thought it was just in the beginning, so you could just press play and you can go and fetch the chips and the pop and just make yourself comfortable and then watch. But no, I tried to watch an episode of the new Star Wars series, and then after 10 minutes, it was an ad for 2 minutes, and these are unskippable. And I like, hell no. I'm paying for this service. We are now in 2026. I have chosen not to have a television because I fucking hate ads. So I'm out. So I just turned it off mid-episode. The episode was great. I really want to know how it ended, but not at all costs. So there is why I drew the line at ads. So
yeah, that's what gets me with Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
you pay an absolute ransom for Amazon Prime, and then you think, oh right, this series is on Amazon Prime. Great, okay. Hang on a minute. So I've got to pay for this. What? I'm already paying for Prime, so I'm paying for the privilege to pay again.
But
Yeah.
then that show is on another streaming service that you can watch through Prime.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, Apple TV doesn't work with Chromecast, which we use, but you can get Apple TV via Amazon Prime. So we use that to actually watch the series on Apple TV, because then you will cast it.
So we're basically there where all the streaming media conglomerate companies, they're just sitting in a big circle jerking each other off while we are stuck in the middle.
What an image. But yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
As long as you pay enough, they will give you the things that they have, which varies.
As
Yeah,
long
but
as you pay it.
at this point, I thought that Blu-ray player was extremely expensive, but what we pay for streaming services and whatnot, it's not that much.
No, you can buy a brand new Blu-ray player for about £150,
Yeah.
or a very good second-hand one for significantly less.
Because
So-
I was at the not the hardware store, but the whiteware store, as it's called in Norway, to buy a fridge. And of course, I have reserved it, so I just needed to go in and pay for it and load it onto the car. But of course, I went through the audio section to look at CD players and vinyl players, and of course we have that. It's not the best one, but yeah, CD player and a DVD player. That's the thing I need to get to be able to go a bit back to hard storage format again. But then I stumbled over this guy that makes the circuit boards and an aluminum steel chassis where you can take just any random CD player from a computer and you can make your own. And I really liked the design of it. And I think it wasn't more than 100 and something pounds. So, I mean, I'm kind of thinking of getting it. And I think the laser, I mean, the quality for the DVD players or the CD players for a computer is more than adequate enough. So, but I'm not sure. I did not check into. I mean, you don't need many outputs, and of course, at some point I would probably need a writer as well. I'm not sure if you have that functionality in that. You need a computer for that, but still, I don't remember the name. The pod something.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm pretty sure that. Did you share it in our
Yeah, I shared it somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
somewhere? So
Dear
can be
listener,
found.
we'll post it somewhere.
Well,
We'll
at least
find
we'll
it.
try.
Yes,
Probably.
with the best intentions. But I mean, one thing is having a streaming service or any service subscription, whatnot, that you're paying for. But one thing you can be sure of is that if you forget a payment, they will not let you forget about them. But Patreon, for instance, that you can forget.
That was stretching it.
That's so smooth. Oh, you can't even see the join. Yeah, I got an email from Patreon saying that my account had been temporarily suspended because I hadn't done something. Apparently, you have a creator account and a fan account.
Yep.
I mean, my I only ever got a Patreon because way back in the day, they were making some sort of change, and you had to get on board before a certain date to get this deal or subscriber something, which was about to be retired. But if you got it now, then it would be honoured, forever. So I got it. It was active for a very, very short while.
You didn't
And
make millions.
well, no, I didn't make millions. And then I just closed it down. And I did have a couple of people paying a very small amount monthly. And it was like, this just isn't fair, because you're putting money into this account and you're not getting anything for it. Because I just wasn't making much content. Still aren't making much content. So I just closed it down, and then more or less just entirely forgot about it, to be honest, until I got this email today. It's like, oh yeah, and they said, we sent you an email recently. Did you? I may have just seen it and just thought, yeah, whatever, and binned it straight off. Probably never even read it.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening that don't know, I'm also on Patreon, and I got the same email, and I went clicking, and it made perfect sense to me, because having a creator and a fan profile, it is me basically, so they just mushed that together, so it did not change much. But I saw an article here the other day that the CEO of Patreon has said that he has blocked Patreon in such a way that he won't allow AI scraping of what content creators are posting there. So I really like it when a service says that we don't allow AI anywhere near. And I think also YouTube now has made it easier to block AI content, or they should automatically mark if it is AI. And then I'm hoping that you get the function where you can actually choose to not have that shown in your feed. That would be a huge power to the user, and then you might get some functionality back again.
Yeah, on the flip side of that, I don't know if you saw that Meta, the friendly service that runs so many things, rolled out an AI platform on Instagram where effectively anyone could take your content and generate something with its AI based on your stuff. And you could opt out, but these opt out buttons were buried way down in multiple levels of user settings.
Of course they are.
And after about a week, the backlash was so great, they've actually turned it off. For now. Yeah. We missed the mark on this one. So, yeah, it'll be back.
The functionality is still there. They just put it dormant, and they're just waiting for the excuse to slowly roll it out while nobody's noticing.
Yep. Probably.
And that's the annoying thing, that they are hiding it, making it very difficult to find, but they don't tell you. They just change the premise.
And, there's no opt-in. It was just turned on by default, rolled out, and and that's a thing. That's a wonderful new thing that you can do. A lot of people who genuinely create things went, no, I don't want that, thank you. But then you're using a free platform, so
yeah,
if you're not paying for it, you are the product.
Yep.
And not, what kind of product are you really? Are you a high-end product, or are you the cheapest at the bottom?
Bargain basement.
Exactly. Bargain basement.
Cart spin.
But that's the thing, though. I'm guessing they have enough information on us that they have a price, because that's the same in YouTube, and that algorithm is doing that. Because if you have a lot of viewers in the United States, you get more revenue per view than if all those views are in China. So, and that is based on how much ad revenue it generates. So, of course, Americans, they buy any old crap. So then you get more ad revenue on the videos when they're shown there. But if your videos are shown in Bangladesh, they don't have the same buying power. So then the ad revenue is lower. But that means you can flip that. And if we are the product on these free platforms, surely they have a price tag, not only on the country and the demographic, but I would like to have a button where you can like, how much is you?
I don't want to know what I'm
And
worth to
it's a very
YouTube.
low number per instance per ad. But if it adds up, there is a price tag, and then I could tell
Total
them that
value.
I don't buy that amount in products based off of ads, so you're losing.
In a sort of tangentially related thing, I'm having to change my web browser specifically because of ads. Because I use Vivaldi browser, which is very, very good. It does all kinds of clever things, and it's made in Europe. I think it's a European arm of doing stuff, and it's based on Chromium. But they've just changed the back end something, and they've gone from platform 2 to platform 3. So all the lovely add-ons which I use to make YouTube and very basically the whole internet ad free no longer work. So yeah, the ad blocker uBlock Origin doesn't work. Clean YouTube doesn't work either. So yeah, back to Firefox, I think.
So you have to take off your rose-tinted glasses of what the internet
Oh,
looks like.
I know. I've got to watch ads, and I have to, and I can't hide shorts, and I can't hide games, and I can't turn all these other bits of YouTube off that I don't want to look at. How
But it
dreadful!
is. I've been using Firefox for years after a Netscape vanished into thin air. And then you have the Norwegian Opera, which works okay. It's just I like Firefox better. And it works okay. But I wrote down in my show notes here last week, actually. I mean, how much internet do I need? If you remove YouTube, I watch a lot of videos there, so there is a lot of content and data. And then you have Instagram and all the brain dead scrolling apps. But other than that, how much internet do I do? And we talked about Microsoft and Carta. I mean, all the things I'm Googling could be text based answers. So if I just have a very updated encyclopedia, and I am now at that age that I'm more into older stuff again. What the stuff that the kids are up about, it's like I'm not interested in that. So could I draw a line in the sand and like I don't need anything newer than this, so I could just download whatever I need from the old stuff. And if you exclude the video parts, how far would I get with my 14 terabyte hard drive? Could I locally download the internet to a certain degree that if I went onto my web browser and searched for something, it just had it locally? And I wouldn't know because it would use the same interface and it would just give me a result, but it's just stored locally. Don't have to have an internet service provider or anything. And the older you get, the more you forget. So there is probably a finite amount of YouTube videos. By the time I've got around to them, I forgot about the old ones.
I did actually. I did actually search for this the other day, and I can't remember why. I'd have to Google it again, actually. Let's do it right now. We're in the half pint.
And while Phil is Googling that, I can tell you that I Googled color paint mixer machine price. And there are companies out there who provide them. They're a bit, I mean, they are the size of my workshop, but price wise, they just, all the places I found, they had like, contact us for a quote. And
Yeah.
then you know something is pricey. They don't operate with price. You have to call them. That's a lot. So that's out. But back to you, Phil.
Yeah, as of 2025, YouTube has an average of 20 million video uploads a day, 720,000 hours of video content generated every day. So there's quite a lot.
Yes, but it's uploaded. You have to take into account what is deleted.
Jesus, the kind of service they have for utter crap.
Yeah. And in a small speck somewhere in a server rack, there is our crap.
Yeah. Not that we're making a dent, but it doesn't really feel good to add on to that pile of what's this for? What's the point of all of this?
Oh yeah, and here's an extension you might be interested for your browser. It's called Pre-AI Search, and basically it filters out any search results from Google's web crawlers that predate their introduction of AI content. So you'll only get search results from 2023 or earlier.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll park that in the chat.
But that's the thing, though. I there's a lot of add-ons and scripts, and keeping track of all that.
Yeah.
I would just want one. I would Firefox to have like a menu where you can just like have all the options. Do you want ads? Yes or no? And then do you want anything to do with AI? Yes or no? There should be a list, and it would just take care of everything else in the background. I don't have to download and keep track of what's the latest update of the ad blocker 2000, which now you have to get 2001 because as of yesterday, this is not working on Chrome, but it's working on Iridium, CBS, and BBC4. But Channel 4, you still need the add-on for the Google Chrome insert for the Windows 11 patched with Service Pack 3. It is a lot, I feel.
It's almost as if they want you to watch the ads.
Yeah. I've given up on add-ons a long time ago because it's a hassle to keep it updated, I feel. And I mean, I learned not to see the ads so badly that, I mean, I've said this before, I think, on the internal web for the company I work for, that's used to the standard web layout, but I have missed crucial information because it was on the side in red, looked very much like an ad, so I didn't even see it. My eyes filtered it out. But if I look, it's nothing important here. It was just like almost blinking in red. This is an important notice. Nope, that went straight past me because it looked like an ad. So I have ad blocker in my head apparently.
Yeah,
I'm not as clever as that.
I have to train it.
I need a machine to do it for me.
Yeah, but when you rely on a machine long enough, then you forget how to do it.
I mean, in the old times when web pages were set up with frames, then of course it wasn't as easy to embed the ads into the content. So it was just added in the frame. So all the ads were in the sides. So then you can just put a tape on your screen on the left and the right side, and then you would have manually blocked ads. But now I'm reading articles where the ads are so seamlessly, it's hard to I jumped from the article and started reading an ad, and that's why it didn't make sense. So yes, and then you have to scroll to figure out where does the article start again. and that is
Now, this is something I've noticed in podcasts as well, which is even more annoying. Is okay, podcasts have got ads in, fair enough, and if it's an ad read in a podcast, then fine. They've got bills to pay, etc. But it's this thing which I think it's called dynamic advertising something or other. So it's like when the podcast says, okay, you can put an ad in here.
Yeah.
And what they do is it's all entirely based on like geolocation as well. So you can be listening to this national podcast produced God knows where, and then you'll get local ads for where I am.
Yep.
Just slipped in. Very annoying. I don't like it.
That's the fun with it. I mean, I download all the podcasts, so I have them all the time, not rely on connection. So when I'm somewhere else, I get local ads. Always, I mean, when I'm at Maker Central, those podcasts I get downloaded there, I get UK ads, and they are vastly different than the ones I usually get in Sweden. So yeah, it's.
But that's the thing though with local ads. I'm not interested in that. And at some point when internet was in its infancy, like, all right, discover the world, and they sold it to me on that, and I bought in, and like, I'm interested now. I can reach the entire world, see what is the fad over in Newfoundland or whatever, and then now we are back to like they're showing me local ads for my local plumber. No, I would like to see what plumbers are doing over in Bangladesh. I might learn something different. That we should. They are compartmentalizing you in your local region again, so you are put back in your bubble, not being allowed to see your shop outside of that. So we are kind of full circle, going back to well, some Eastern Bloc countries. We won't speak.
Yeah. You don't need to go to other places. Everything you need is right here.
Yes, provided to you in red or red. And then
Available in any color, so as long as it's red.
But Phil, you don't want to go to any other place, do you? Unless it's a forest with mist.
No, not really.
that has nothing to do with it. As long
No.
as you have the choice.
Well, I mean, I
But
would like to.
if they are denying, then God damn it, I would like to have the right to travel. It's like that discussion in Monty Python, isn't it? Like, you can't have a baby, you don't have a womb. Yeah, but he could have the right to. That's just silly. No, it doesn't diminish his feelings. You have the right to have a baby, but he's a guide. It's the same.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see other forests. I'm sure the forests of Norway and Sweden are very beautiful,
They are.
but it seems like a hassle to get there.
Yeah, not worth it.
It is.
On purpose.
Yeah, there's no ad blocker for that. So yeah.
Yeah, when you're roaming, you don't need an ad blocker when you're roaming through the forest, do you?
No.
So far.
Not yet. They haven't found a way of doing that yet. Yeah. But I have noticed it lately. It's 10 years ago where I live. We're next to there's a golf course. I can see the golf course on the end of my road, and that is attached to a very large estate. It's partly partly forestry, woodland. There's a castle in there, and just a huge, great big open space. And at sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning in the summer, you would be absolutely deafened by the morning chorus. But
Yeah.
the last few years, you just don't hear it. And even now, if you have your windows open at night in the summer, you would be absolutely engulfed with flying things flying in. I think I've seen like 2 moths this summer. It's not good. Don't know where they've all gone. It's not the birds that are eating all the moths, because they ain't here either.
No, that's the thing though, and you need to go longer back in time than 10 years. But it was the best thing with spring is I always sleep with my window open. I've been doing that since I was a toddler, and just hearing all the birds outside in the tree, it's a really nice sound to both fall asleep to and wake up to. But yeah, it's not there anymore. You're lucky if you can hear that one or two magpies arguing about who gets to try and steal the cat food if we left the door open. But that's about everything we hear.
Yeah, crows and pigeons. Yeah, we get a fair amount of that, but actual bird song, no.
Or
Rubbish.
maybe they're just like, why the fuck do we bother singing? It's a dreary future, so let's just shut up.
Let's just call it a job badly done and call it a day, shall we?
I mean, if we didn't sing as much, we could probably eat more of those insects. Oh yeah, let's try that. And they figure out if we didn't spend all that time chirping, we could spend that time eating. So
So you're saying that they're eating instead of copulating, because I mean that's what birdsong is all about, isn't it? Saying here I am, I want to fuck, or this is my place, stay away, I'm fucking, or something like that.
I guess yeah.
It's quite funny watching the pigeons doing their courting business. And, and several man pigeons all also like doing this with like little shuffle along and hey, do you like my tail feathers? And then another pigeon will turn up and go, fuck off, she's mine.
So are you watching this for the pigeon porn or the pigeon MMA? What part of the courting act is most interesting for you?
Who said you need to choose?
I mean, yeah, sure, you get both of them.
Well, generally the lady pigeon is having none of it from any of them. So
Yeah.
Is this the setup for a reality show? Just having one chick and 10 blokes, and they just beat each other up, and she's having none of it.
Isn't that almost all of them?
But they're not. I mean, they're not drawing blood and beating each other to a pulp. I think in most reality shows.
No,
Yeah.
they have chosen how to fight each other with stupidity. That seems
Yeah.
like the yes.
But the next logical step is just bare knuckle fighting, and I don't think we've gotten that far yet. So we might be ahead of the curve.
yeah, we're not far off the Running Man, though, are we? Really? I think that's the next logical step for the likes of Big Brother.
The Running Man. That's a movie of quotes before memes was even a thing. It's like no.
Yeah, but that's an Arnold movie thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did it have that in his contract that he had to say stupid one-liners? That's very memeable.
I remember when he cut that guy in half with a chainsaw, and someone asked, "Where did he go?" Oh, he had to split.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's so
There
bad
is a
it's
new
good.
one. I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
An Arnold film.
No, the
No, a
Running Man.
new Running Man. Apparently, it's a lot more true to the book.
There's
Probably
a
not
book.
that hard.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I have it available to watch, but I haven't actually found the time to watch it yet.
Have I read that, or did I just look it up? Can't remember. Too long ago.
I'm googling Running Man. Oh, it's a Stephen King book. Who would have thought?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Is that it?
I think it was a Bachman book, but yeah, it's King.
Yeah, first published under the pseudonym Richard Bachman in 1982. Nice. Where can I get it? But it is hard reading that book when you've seen the epitome or yes. I would hear Arnold's voice when reading that book, I would imagine.
I mean, there are worse voices to hear.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's,
I mean, the uh, the collection of voices in my head. It would be nice to add an Arnold to it, actually. Yeah, do it, kind of thing.
I it's so fun that I like doing accents when I read books to my kids, but they really hate it.
Yeah,
And we have 3 or 4 very distinctive accents in Norway, and I really love doing them. And I like if I just switch on the first word of a sentence, it's like, "Dad, shut up!" Like speaking a normal voice, but this is a normal voice. No. So,
yeah. It's actually funny how much you can irritate your kids just by putting on a funny voice, funny in your head at least.
ooh, they actually sell it in the store that is called Outland that sells everything: cartoon, books, figurines, memorabilia, collecting things. So maybe instead of buying it online, I can buy it at the store and bring the kids.
Those are good stores to go to.
But then I have to go into the city and take the train.
Pretty sure the Batman books, it's the Running Man, it's the Long Walk, and I think there's 2 more in there as well. I can't remember what they are. I have a copy. I have a copy here in the house, but not to hand.
Those kind of stores are always my metric of a new city. If I visit one, if they have, I mean, it's not a city if you don't have a sci-fi bookstore, kind of thing. And they are nice to try out.
Yes, sci-fi bookstore and what's it called? It's not a hardware store. It's like the store where they have creative stuffs like paints and rulers and
A
hobby
crafty
bar.
store.
Yes, and they have one in Stockholm that is fantastic. I think it's a Creatima, and
Yeah.
and it's a fantastic store. I could spend hours there, but we have nothing that comes close to it in Norway, and it's sad that I have
Yeah,
to
that's sad.
spend 6 hours on a train to get to a decent store.
And having to lug all the amazing things that you bought. There's a design. It's called the London Graphic Centre, and it's in London, obviously. And that's a dangerous shop to go into because it's huge, and they sell. Yeah, if you can paint it, mark it, cut it, color it in, they've got it. And yeah, you could go in there and spend an awful lot of money if you wanted to.
Leave your wallet at home.
Yeah.
Because
There's a
ooh,
bookshop. I haven't been. There's quite a new bookshop towards the centre of town. It's not in the centre of town, but it's near the centre of town, and it's called the Bookseller. But it's seller as in CELL.
The lower part of the house cellar.
Yeah. So they sell books, but it's also a bar,
That
like a
sounds
beer
good.
cellar.
Yeah.
So you can go in there for a book and a pint, or a glass of wine. Sounds
or
good.
both.
Or both.
A pint of books.
That would be a disaster. Go in and have a couple of glasses of wine, and then go into the stationery section.
Or the book section.
Yep.
Oh, I've quite fancy that one and that one and that one.
Yep.
That
Why
is
have you got 6 of these? Well, they're all different. Well, they're the same, but they're different colours. Shut up.
And then you also have to have spare. And I need one in the workshop and I need one in the office. And yes, shut up.
You don't know what's going on here.
Yes, shut up is the word, because we really should shut up, because the half pint is longer than the main episode at this point, I think.
Well, yeah, that's all shut up then.
Shutting up in 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for listening to the half pint. And as I said in the main episode, I hope you'll hear us again next week. And if you want us to hear you, there are ways to contact us. The WhatsApp group is the easiest, or directly, however you want.
I'm only accepting correspondence by carrier pigeon.
I don't know how you put a voice message to that, but I'm sure you can figure it out.
You record it onto a very small cassette
USB.
and strap it to your pigeon.
That sounds tedious.
Just how I like it. It's far too easy to be contactable.